Hello everyone, here's Harry, founder of Rocky.ai. We are back at Rocky for Teams and I want to show you now how to create groups and teams. So you might remember we have set up recently Rocky for Teams. Your account is granted for that. You can remote control Rocky with it. In the main functionalities, when you open the web app, app.rocky.ai, you can see team activities. You can also open your personal coach, that is your individual's team account, your individual's account for yourself. So let's stick on team activities. The first thing what we want to do is to create a team because that is fundamental to do anything. So create a new team. Here we go. We have already a number of teams in my account. In your account, eventually that's empty. So we want to go to create a new team. You can see a category manage teams, but you can also see a subject create teams. Open this one up and add a new team. The first thing to add to create the new team is giving it an internal name. Happiness coach for my business number one. So whatever you are adding into that, it's your choice. This team name is internally for you to get an overview and eventually for other coaches to use the same thing. Then, very important, the whole logic of connecting members and teams is based on coach codes. These coach codes are put together of words into a code phrase, which are unique and will stay, and once been used, cannot replicate it anymore once deleted or similar. So, for example, happiness coach Harry. Once this coach code is set up, it's a kind of an internal thing, but you remember you have added Rocky for Teams to activate your Teams account. It's also a coach code. Then the next section is to choose the program pool of what you want to provide to the users. Standard programs of Rocky.ai means all those elements of productivity, engagement, relationships, which is the default content of Rocky. If you have an exclusive content for your account activated, you could also create teams that only have exclusive accounts or exclusive contents in this account. So let's create this happiness coach Harry, create this team. And now a team was created, but you can add some subsettings. So the first one, we already set up the name of the team, happiness coach, internal. Another thing is you can provide a grouping of the teams. Let's say you work for a corporate, and in the corporate you have several sub teams with several consultants working on that. So you could categorize the sub teams into a group, which is the name of the company. I would now call this demo, as I'm doing a demonstration here. So this is a demo coach team. Then there is another advanced feature. If you want your teams to compete against each other on the engagement rankings, you could create competitive teams where that have an exclusive set of competition amongst them and exclude all the other users in the app. So basically, there is the option to any app user or new group. If you click on new group and create that, then you create a new team, and this new team you can then apply to other teams so that they compete against each other. But it's kind of removing the generic app users with that. I don't need it for now. Then we have the team default settings, very important. So you can later modify each individual settings and remote control Rocky, but there are some default values that are initiated when the account is created and the user is not engaging with it yet. And these are the goal, the call to action, engagement, focus. Here, these parameters are actually my default parameters with the account that I am into it. So basically, when I created the teams, it took over my personal goal and call to action and program default as start value. But now it's on you to change them. So you should modify the North Star goal, you should modify the initial call to action, add a text that makes sense for your user group as default value. Anyway, you will modify this later for every individual. The same thing is like what is the default program, what's the default topic, and what are the default reminder settings. So the default reminder settings are preset to 4 times a week. You could change them to 2 times a day, morning and evening. You can change them to 2 random messages a week. You can also change them to 2 scheduled messages a week. And same thing for emails and mobile alerts. So from Rocky's point of view, this is a bit different. So scheduled messages a week would mean that you define exactly 2 moments each week where a morning mindset reminder is sent out and where an evening reflection reminder is sent out. For example, Tuesday morning at morning mindset at Tuesday, evening reflection on Thursday, and then you add the time. Morning reminder at 8:45 a.m., evening reflection at 4:45 p.m. I have to set the PM, of course. 8:45, 15, 5:45 p.m. Save, done. A tip: we know from our user base that Monday is not the best day for people start reflecting, as Monday is Monday. And Friday is also not the best evening for reflecting, as the mind of people wander away. So everything in between Tuesday and Thursday is the best, ideally works the best, just as a hint. So you set up the default settings. So every user will get this one once the coach code is applied. Then we have some branding icon settings. You basically can upload an image, PNG, GIF, JPEG, upload it. It will come in the upper left edge and in the app, and you can customize a little bit your program, your image, the customer's company logo, whatever. You can upload this file and have a little bit of personalization here. And the third thing that is interesting is the user role. You basically can add 3 types of users. The anonymous user, that would also mean that you do not see the email address of the related accounts. You cannot modify the settings. Then you have the coachee that can not change own topics. That means you only, as team manager or as coach, can control Rocky and the settings Rocky applies to the user. And then you have the coachee who can modify the settings, where basically you and the user can modify and remote control Rocky. There is an option consultant or coach, so you could make other users coaches or team managers so that they can manage groups, teams, and interact with the client as a coach. This feature is only available on request. So if you are a kind of an administrator and want to design a multi-level hierarchy with several coaches, team leaders, you have to contact us to get granted the success level. Here we are, here we go. That's the core settings. This is how you set up a team. Once a team is integrated, you can manage the teams, you can remodify them. You can see here the groups that I have. We have the demo group, we have the campaign group. Oh, by the way, demo written small, demo written capital letters. So let's synchronize that because we want to have them in the same group. Demo, save this. Now you can see I have two groups in the two teams in the group demo synchronized with the name. Here we go. Thank you very much for listening how to create teams with Toxin. Thanks, Harry.